go, but it's early on here as both teams looking to get settled in.
Absolutely. No one's used to these early start times, Robbie's. You don't usually get these a whole lot whenever you're playing, even whenever you're practicing, right? You don't have too many early morning practices, so all about adjusting here. Is driving to the inside, but taken down is going to be Svoboda. It's back the other way. Here comes Nunavut. It's going to be Ellsworth with it, handing it off. Trying to cut off and into the inside. Ellsworth again. Towards center court. She'll let one go. That one just off and short, and will bounce out of bounds again.
Nunavut looking to take some shots early on here. That's 3 attempts from the three-point line, not able to get any to go, but if they are able to dial that in, could be a high-scoring affair for Yukon. Or excuse me, for Nunavut.
As here is Yukon with it again now. It's going to be Svoboda. Driving up right over the halfway line. She'll cut off to the right side, looking for the open pass. Looking to the top of the point. It's going to be Warren. Back off again now. Kurtnu for Warren. Up and good for 3. Warren nails it home.
You talk about a confidence booster early on. Warren saw her path, took it, no mistake, and a big 3 to go up 7 early on here for Yukon.
Now Nunavut trying to answer back. Off it goes to King-Ukatuck, off to Ellsworth. That one just wide to the right side. And off to the baseline again as Team Yukon, Robbie, with a strong start, but Nunavut starting to find their legs here and push back up court.
Yeah, Yukon head coach Deidre Davidson. I had a great chat with her on the bench here before this game, and she was saying all the players live within Yukon. They're able to practice and train together often. That's paying off here in the early moments for this team from the Yukon territory.
Driving in is Bilodeau, looking off. It's going to be picked off as here comes Simic with it. Back the other way, looking for King-Ukatuck. Up for 2. Doesn't go on the rebound. Couldn't get that one to fall. It's a race for the ball and just too late to the far-sided line. But a good start here for both teams, starting to find their legs here, Robbie.
Yeah, number 74 there, Mika Simic. Great effort on that. Not able to make the layup goal, but she didn't give up. Waited, drove the net, got the rebound, put it up. Not able to put it through, but once again, Nunavut getting their chances early on. They trail by 7 here, but certainly getting opportunities.
As Yukon back in again, looking to create some more offense. Driving in, down low, looking for the far-sided pass, as it's going to be up and off the rim, and back down it goes as Bilodeau tried to let one fly from deep. Now here comes Nunavut, back in the other way. Looking for the layup is Ellsworth. She'll go back up, outside again as it's Simic, handing it off. King-Ukatuck, that one just off and a little too high as the rebound falling back again for Bilodeau. Driving in, trying to split the 2 defenders. Up it goes, and the rebound gathered by Simic and then knocked out of her hands and out of bounds.
Looks like it's going to be a foul on Yukon. I believe that's their first as a team here. 6:48 on the clock in the first quarter.
As to grab the ball for Team Nunavut will be Jaina King-Ukatuck, and she'll make the easy pass to Ellsworth, Ava Ellsworth. That one gets turned over, back in the other way now, trying to race in after that loose ball and grabbed by King-Ukatuck.
Izzy Bilodeau, great defensive play to steal it and create a turnover opportunity. Here's a big chance down low, Luke.
Yeah, as quickly now trying to keep that ball in was Dyer Aka-Anviak. As quick again now. Really quick transition game from these two teams. Robbie trying to advance their lead was Yukon. That one couldn't fall. Back again now for Team Nunavut. It's going to be Simic over the halfway line. Simic trying to drive in and around the Yukon defender. Up it goes to King-Ukatuck. Good passing here from Nunavut early on as they're still looking for their first points of this matchup. 7-0 the score for Yukon. This one up and off the backboard. Quickly grabbed by Kurtnu and back in the other way. Around one, driving in for the layup, and she got it.
Great effort from Kurtnu, showing off her speed early on. Able to pick it off. And we have a stoppage in play. Looks like we have a player down from Nunavut. Athletic staff making their way out. Going to check on her to make sure she's okay. She's on her feet now. Scary moment early on, but take another look at it here. And this is that drive from Kurtnu going down low, had lots of time. Great composure, made the layup, put another 2 on the board to go up 9.
Yeah, great run from hers. It looks like everybody's going to be okay on the play. Of course, great volunteers and training staff here at the Canada Games. Always the unsung heroes of any team are the great training staff.
Certainly say that again. Great show thus far here in St. John's.
So we'll wait to get back underway again here. 5:41 left to go in the first quarter. And it looks like it will be a Team Nunavut ball. As to take it for them will be Mala McCollum.
Just got to look at Jaina Kingunkatuk on the bench. She's getting some medical attention. Looks to be her ankle, but she seems to be doing okay thus far.
Pass to the inside. It's up and it's good for two. As quickly now onto the board, Princess Siwi for Team Nunavut.
What a huge confidence booster for Nunavut. We said early on, Luke, they had their chances. It wasn't a lack of chances or opportunities early on. They just weren't able to connect to make it go. We said if they can fix that, can get that together, they're going to put a lot of points on the board, and it seems like they're playing with a lot more confidence now, but still some work to do.
Well, Robbie, as you said, these two teams traveled the two farthest distances out of any teams here at the Canada Games, so understandable to take a few minutes to get their legs under them, but we're definitely at full pace now here as we'll have a whistle mid-wrestle for the ball here, as the level of compete that these two teams bring, always second to none.
Well, you mentioned that and the different story. Let's take another look at this here. Great play, not able to hold on to it was Duval, but right back on. She gets down as quick as she can, fights for it. Certainly a lot of compete as Jaden Curtnew was trying to take it off her with everything she had.
As we are back underway here from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. It's going to be handed off as Duval with it now. Throws one back over. It's going to be Dimitruk. She'll hand it off down low again, trying to drive to the inside, but it will be a travel, I believe.
Yeah, looks like travel, just not able to get her steps and in gear on time was Leah Dimitruk.
As it's going to be a Team Yukon ball, leading by 7 right now with 4:45 left to go in the first quarter. Over the halfway line, trying to drive in down low, off to the outside. It's up and it's good. As Liv Alano with the three-pointer to extend Team Yukon's lead.
Liv Alano with a big shot. She was dialed in early, wanted the ball, but the best part about it, she didn't slow down. When Nunavut inbounded, she was right back at full speed, no lack of effort, and a great play.
Here's an interception. Up it goes. That one just off the rim, knocked out of bounds as Alano trying to double dip here, Robbie.
Certainly great effort by Alano. You can tell we talked about the early start and the time differences. No shortage of energy from Liv Alano. She came to play. She's in the moment, and certainly showing it here on the court.
Absolutely. Why not? It's the Canada Games. As it's going to be a Nunavut ball. As a slight delay here with the score clock. And it looks like we may get a substitution here.
We had talked about the different paths that both teams had to get here. As I mentioned, I had a great chat on the bench with Ashley Dunko, the head coach for Team Nunavut. And she was telling me that the challenge they had is they all live so far over the territory. They literally did not meet as a team until 10 days ago. The team came together in Ottawa to train. They trained in small pods within their own groups all over the territory, but it's really just been 10 days that they've been together as a group. But they don't show it. They are certainly playing well here early on in St. John's.
Here comes Yukon back the other way to the inside, trying to cut in down low, up and good. A great individual effort from Grace Boschman to get another 2 points onto the board.
Boschman's been outstanding thus far. Certainly showing a lot of effort, and here's Alano again.
Turnover, Alano coming back in for 2 off the rim. Good rebound picked up there by Mainbow. As again, coming back for Team Nunavut. Leading the charge, one goes up and back down. The rebound for Nunavut again. Mainbow couldn't get that one to drop, and back in the other way comes Malcolm for Team Yukon. Throws it up and it's good. As Team Yukon starting to gel here early on, Robbie, against a banged up Nunavut team. Now 2 injuries for them as Simone Mala-McCollum out, and then of course Jaina Kingunkatuk also out for Team Nunavut.
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on that bench. As two players certainly just getting some medical attention. Looks like they're going to be okay. They're being tended to, so we'll see if they return to the game here anytime soon.
Absolutely, as looks like it's going to be a Nunavut ball at the halfway line, and Ellsworth will hand one off. That one off the hands, and now here they come again. It's going to be Yukon trying to drive in down low, looking for the pass outside, laying one up again. That one just missing by Acebo, and that will be knocked out of bounds, and it will stay a Yukon ball.
Yukon certainly showing some great effort here. You could tell early on, the first couple minutes, they maybe just weren't gelling like they would like to be. They had their opportunities, just not putting as many points up on the board as they had opportunities. But now that's changed. They're settled in. They're focused. They're really working as a group down low with a nice pass, as you see. Really coming together and showing some momentum.
As it's going to be Boscheman with it now, driving to the inside, but the shot clock runs out. And that will result in a Team Nunavut ball with 2:47 left to go here in the first quarter. As Nunavut will start from their own baseline, and it's going to be Ava Ellsworth, who has the honors of getting us back underway. She'll hand one off. Driving up with it will be Dimitruk. Handing it off. Quickly trying to move up court is Team Nunavut. Driving off to the inside. This one handed into the key, but intercepted by Boscheman, who looks to go from defense to offense. Handing it up for Graham. Graham dishing it in down low. Malcolm with it. Outside to the top of the key, and it's going to be good for two. Boscheman collecting another 2 points.
Talk about a two-way player. Boscheman with a great defensive play to steal, create a turnover opportunity, staying down low, putting it down for another 2 points. She's been a force to be reckoned with thus far on the floor.
Ellsworth tries to answer back. She misses hers, but don't worry, because Team Nunavut and Apaluktuk will get one anyways to answer back. Now Yukon on the counter answer here, Robbie. Back and forth action from the Canada Games. This one up off the rim. The rebound collected, and back comes Dimitruk, handing it over for Simic. Simic for three off the backboard. Rebounds loose, and it's going to be in the hands of Yukon, but a dead ball, and it will stay a Yukon ball here from St. John's.
Well, Yukon the last 3 or 4 minutes or so, as I mentioned, really coming together, working as a group, moving the ball well, giving themselves opportunities, and certainly not making any mistakes, especially down low.
Yukon will lead the charge here. As trying to drive in once more is Boscheman. She'll go back up for 3-point range. It's going to be let go and just off and wide from Nevaeh Malcolm.
Malcolm wasn't able to get her feet set on time, put it up perhaps a little early, and not able to hit the target.
Still a competitive action-packed quarter here, Robbie, to kick off the basketball action here at the Canada Summer Games. As here's Simic. Nice passing play with Ellsworth, who's cutting to the inside. Oh, that one just slipping out and will trickle out of bounds, but great connection there between Ellsworth and Simic for Nunavut.
Ellsworth with a lot of time on the floor here this morning, and certainly understanding why. Great effort there, great speed, trying to put it up for two, just not able to hit the target, but there's a nice
inbound.
inbound.
The inside, and it's just going to be off and wide as Yukon quickly grabbing it. They'll hand one off. It's going to be Graham with it, pressured by Ellsworth. Graham got to get over that halfway line, looking for a pass, and she'll get taken down, and it will be a Team Nunavut ball. As a great effort there from Ellsworth. We can see what she can do on the offensive side, but also on the defensive side, Robbie.
Well, two-way player indeed. Let's take another look at it. Down low, handling it is Graham. Great switch from a right hand to a left hand stay. Keep her footing in position. Great effort to hold on to it and maintain possession.
Just nowhere for her to go is some great defense. Now it's going to be Yukon that grabs that ball. Here's Boscheman handing it off. Cutting down to the inside. Here's Malcolm trying to set up this one up, but couldn't fall. Is back into the hands of Team Nunavut we go. It's going to be quickly taken away by Acebo, who has it looking to the inside for Malcolm, and she will collect the 2 points.
Interesting 2 points. Malcolm, actually, after the last play, actually lost her shoe. Her shoe fell off, and she was hanging out under the net trying to get her shoe back on in a hurry. Meanwhile, there's a turnover, and she happened to be in the right spot at the right time. Sometimes the basketball gods, Luke, they're with you.
Absolutely. As A Yukon player, Malcolm, now wrestled down to the floor. But no hard feelings there between the two teams as they laugh it off. Always good to see here as we'll get another look at that one.
Great shot by our Universum crew here to bring you that up close and personal action, getting you nice, right and close as possible to the court. You can see the action and the level of intensity as that one's put up. Fall.
Is trickling off, but that will do it for the first quarter here from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Robbie, your thoughts here throughout the opening quarter?
Well, I think it was all Yukon here early on. They're getting things to go. It was kind of starting off, both teams looking to find their footing, get settled in, and Yukon was able to perhaps just turn the switch on a little quicker than Nunavut, but still a great effort from Nunavut. They're getting chances, they're giving themselves opportunities, just not able to quite capitalize on those. But if they keep doing that, keep putting themselves in good positions to make layups, they're going to put some points on the board. It's still lots of basketball to play and a great effort thus far from both teams.
Absolutely. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, second quarter action from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Welcome back. Luke Much, Robbie Doherty with you for women's basketball action. It is Team Yukon against Team Nunavut. Yukon currently leading 19-4 after the first quarter, but still a back and forth game here as we get set for quarter number two.
I was going to mention that. You said the numbers on the scoreboard. I don't think it quite reflects the competitiveness that this game has seen thus far. Nunavut with some chances. It's going to take time. It's early on here. They're going to settle in. They've had lots of chances down low, just not able to make them go at when they needed to. But you know what? Still lots of basketball to play here.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And it will be Team Yukon that starts off with it. As grabbing the basketball will be Sarah Svoboda, who had a good opening quarter for her squad, the 16-year-old from Whitehorse. As it'll be quickly handed off now to Kurtnew. Down low it goes, as this one's going to be knocked off and wide. Grabbing the rebound now will be Dimitruk. Looking to center one off again now as Team Nunavut looking to switch from defense to offense here. Good bank pass, looking again for Dimitruk. Dimitruk cutting down, she'll stop up, look for the open feed. As trying to work one again now. Here comes Team Yukon, back the other way. Driving right down the middle, it's up. Oh, how did that one not fall, Robbie? Is the rebound going to Team Nunavut, but that was crazy. That one looked like a for sure basket, but just a bad bounce.
Well, Izzy Bilodeau, we talked about the effort so far this morning. She saw a lane right down the middle, no fear, went through traffic, not able to make it go, but a great effort nonetheless.
As Nunavut now, it's going to be handed up court as quickly now along the halfway line. It's going to be Novalikak. Going in down low, that one knocked away from the intended target, Seaweed. Now gaining the rebound back again. This one going to go up. Oh, that one just off the rim, backboard combo. Back down it goes for Kurtnew. Kurtnew will grab it over the halfway line, looking for the open feed, and she finds it. Spinning away is Toddler, throwing it up, that one off, and the rebound will settle down nicely for Team Nunavut. As Nunavut really coming out strong here in this second quarter, Robbie.
Great effort. No, yeah, absolutely. A great point. I was going to mention that. They trail 19-4, but certainly not giving up, not letting up any effort. If anything, they're turning it up a notch, not backing down, trying to make plays. They've had an opportunity from the three-point line, not able to make the shot. There you see the shot clock expire, but still, great effort from Nunavut. And I'm telling you, still so much game left. Anything can happen.
Absolutely, and that's still 24 seconds in the offensive zone. I mean, they've been great here so far in the offensive zone in this second quarter, as it's going to be Team Yukon with the ball and Kurtnew. Jaden Kurtnew will hand that one off. Driving to the inside, it's going to be Svoboda trying to put one up. She'll dish it off, and it will drop for two as Kate Tobler, a 17-year-old, will get that one to fall. Here comes Nunavut again, back in the other way. Simic with it now, trying to grab that loose ball, but doesn't work out as she's taken down by Bilodeau. As again, we are going to have a quick stoppage and play with 8:04 left to go in our second quarter in our first game from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador for women's basketball. Nunavut and Yukon.
Here's an opportunity for Nunavut to inbound, create something down low, and they've had chances.
Simic's going to look to be a driving force, but a steal now back the other way. Here comes Bilodeau driving to the inside. That one off the bottom of the rim.
Bilodeau, such an effective player early on, showing a lot of speed and determination. Went down the left side, not able to make the left-hand layup, but drew a foul, and she'll go to the line.
That's what speed does. Speed kills. And drawing fouls with their speed have been Team Yukon here so far throughout this one. Bilodeau on the line, looking for another 2 points here. She'll get the first one as she gets set for her second. This one off the rim. It's loose in the key, but it's going to be grabbed by Nunavut. Quick outlet pass. That one just out of the reach of Kylie Novalik. And that will be out of bounds.
Novolagak, great effort to try and connect with that pass and create an opportunity to head back the other way. She's not able to get her hands on it in time.
As we're back underway, it's going to be Yukon with it, trying to once again cut off to the inside. Looking to try to just get a little bit of space here, but so jammed up. And none of it was some good defense, but eventually taking a foul, it looks like. And once again, Team Yukon will head to the line. This time it's going to be Jaden Kurtnew.
Kurtnew's had a great game thus far this afternoon. Great speed, great two-way player. Max effort all the time from number 15. See if she can reset here after that big drive and maintain her composure and put one down.
First one just off to the left a little bit. She'll have a second opportunity to reset. A returning athlete here to Canada Games. That one comes up just short.
You talk about a returning athlete at Canada Games, what experience that is. You want to talk about entering a game, on a big stage, given that extra level of comfort. She's been here before. She's seen it. She knew what to expect, where most of these athletes don't, and that can just bring down your nerves and show your role as a leadership player, which is so important here in these early on games.
Absolutely. We've seen so many flag bearers yesterday, Robbie, who were second, some even third-time Canada Games athletes. So that leadership aspect, so valuable in these Canada Games. Absolutely.
Great defensive play down low there from Nunavut. Number 32, Mariva Manabu. Great effort to maintain composure and rip that ball out of her opponent's hand. Keep possession for Nunavut as they look to head back the other way and put some points on the board.
Both teams strong here in the transition so far, Robbie. There's no question about that. And here they come. It's going to be Team Nunavut. Simic with it now. Looking to create some space down low, throws it up. That one no good, and will be gathered back up again by Sarah Svoboda, who's looking to transfer one up court again now. She'll hand it off. Kurtnew with it. Up for two. That one just couldn't fall. As the rebound turned the fire there, and she got that one. It's going to be Kate Tobler who gets the 2 points for Team Yukon.
Another big 2 for Yukon as They're starting to put more and more points on the board every minute that goes by here.
As it's going to be Warren now in a battle for it, and with help from Curtnew, she'll win it. Transferring it up, here comes Curtnew. Look at the speed cutting in down low. That one just couldn't fall. Looking for the quick pass to the inside. Ball's bouncing around everywhere here. Robbie, as no one can seem to get a grip. Now they've slowed it down here a little bit, as that was a fast-paced attack from Team Yukon. As the shot clock runs out, no clear lanes opening up for them with 6:13 left to go in the second quarter. And it looks like we are going to have a timeout call here for these two squads. But a good opening here to the 2025 Summer Games from Newfoundland and Labrador in St. John's. Women's basketball officially underway. This is our first game of the day. Close to 13 hours of games here today. All of women's basketball to showcase the ability of athletes all around the country.
Well, that's what it's about here at the Canada Games, Luke. There's so much more here than winning and losing. This is about creating memories for these athletes. Some of them looking to go to the next step. Some of them, these will be the memories they take away for the rest of their life, and what a memory it would be. You mentioned both these teams coming from so far away. Yukon training in the most western point of the country, the second biggest country in the world geographically. 4.5 time zones away, coming over, competing here, and what an effort by them to go up by 20 here midway through the second quarter. But Nunavut not backing down. A great effort from them as well. They've had a little bit of injury trouble early on, but they're still battling. There's still lots of compete on the bench. Still so much time left on the clock, lots left to go. They just got to maintain their composure, refocus, and go out and do the small things right, put points up at the board, and keep chipping away, as they say.
And they're still competing, too, right? That's the main thing. You can't win games unless you compete, and both of these teams are competing for sure. And Robbie, look at who's back out onto the court for Team Nunavut, as Jaina King-Ukatuck is back out. The first time that we've seen her since she went down earlier in the first quarter. So good to see her back and out on this court here in St. John's.
Yeah, Jaina was a starter, and you could tell that she was ready to go from the get-go. An unfortunate misstep there, resulting in a small ankle injury, but she's iced up. She's back on the court, and we'll keep an eye on her. She'll be an effective player for Nunavut.
Arid pass, and here they come. It's going to be Bilodeau up, and she'll get that one to fall for two. Izzy Bilodeau, strong player here for Yukon thus far.
Here's a great turnover.
Yeah, now she's got another opportunity. Can she get four? She sure can. As Izzy Bilodeau continuing to stay hot here in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador.
Yeah, Bilodeau hot, but also what a defensive play from Sadie Warren, number 6, able to pick off that ball and create an opportunity and find Bilodeau down low to put up another 2.
Absolutely. As just some great transition games here, and then you just saw Nunavut rush back to answer as there was a foul on the play, and that means that Jaina King-Ukatuck will head to the line.
Here's another look at it. We talked about the effectiveness of King-Ukatuck, and that was it, down low, driving, racing for the ball, winning the foot race, finding her teammate in the open. No mistake made by Sweet Siwi, and now King-Ukatuck will go to the line for the end one.
First one up and good. No rim needed there. It's a nice looking basket from her, and she'll get an opportunity to do it a second time here. That one just off and a little bit left as Team Yukon racing for it. Malcolm throws one up. It will be gathered by Duval. Duval, that one intercepted now. Back comes Bilodeau, handing it off, driving to the inside, throwing it up is going to be Sabota for 2.
I'm talking about King-Ukatuck once again, coming off the bench, going to the line, 1 for 2 with a great pass. What a confidence booster for her, and another layup. So you can see she had that time to sit on the bench. She was kind of watching the systems, watching what was going on. You can tell that motivated her to come out and be at her best. You can tell she's ready to go. She could be a difference maker here.
Absolutely. Here's Sabota again, handing one off. Long distance 3 from Bilodeau doesn't work out. As well of a whistle, and it will be a Team Yukon ball. With 4:48 left to go here in our second quarter.
Here's another look. King-Ukatuck going down low. Not able to get to her left side, but goes off the right, off her same foot. No mistake made off the backboard and in for a big 2.
That was a fantastic play. And oh, there's another. That one just bouncing out as Bilodeau trying to get one to go from a tough angle. And here comes King-Ukatuck. She'll hand that one off. It's going to be Dimitruk. Moving one over, Ellsworth with it, cutting off to the inside, the rebound, settling down for Ellsworth again. It's going to be King-Ukatuck for 3 from deep. That one just short, and will hop out of bounds.
Great effort from the entire team here from Nunavut, bouncing back, and you can tell that King-Ukatuck coming off the bench back into the game, I think it sparked the entire lineup. They're just showing a little more pep in their step here. A lot of compete in this Nunavut team. They look strong.
Absolutely. It's been a great matchup here so far. Nunavut with lots of opportunities. Definitely taking a step up. They've elevated their game here for the second quarter, Robbie. It's a long shot in there from Milano, doesn't fall, and now it's going to be Nunavut once again with a chance to answer back. As they look to set up in the offensive area. It's going to be Ellsworth with it. Alano watching her as Ellsworth trying to create some space. King-Ukatuck back for Ellsworth to the inside. It's going to fall down, and that one is good from Siwi, who gets the big 2 points.
Well, we talked about that momentum from Nunavut, and a great example right there down low as Siwi saw her chance. Great way to maintain possession under the hoop, puts it off the backboard, and once again a turnover. Back comes Nunavut.
And here's Ellsworth once again leading the charge, trying to show off her speed, directing traffic. It's going to be off for Dimitruk. Dimitruk tries to let a 3 go. That one off the rim is the rebound down low. Siwi tries to get it again. That one's going to eventually fall. This time it's going to be Mariva Mainbu for Team Nunavut.
Yeah, Manabu, great effort there. Didn't get it to go the first time, got her own rebound, puts it away, and you can see Nunavut really showing some spark.
Malcolm tries to answer back for Yukon. Can't do that as Manabu with it again now, finding Ellsworth. Again, Nunavut trying to create a 6-0 stretch here. Here's King-Ukatuck. Off it goes. This one up again for 2. That one bouncing out. The rebound for Siwi, and she got it. The 6-0 stretch here for Team Nunavut, who's really found their stride the last 2 minutes or so.
Certainly the last couple of minutes, Nunavut finally getting their systems working. Everything's going in their favor, getting some bounces, but they're creating those opportunities. Their level of compete, the effort is very, very high right now, playing super well. They seem to be gelling as a group. We mentioned only 10 days to train. As we take another look at this down low on the line as Dimitruk put it up, and here you see the offensive effort underneath from Siwi, not giving up, waiting for the rebound, staying composed, and getting that all-important layup.
As now it's going to be Yukon looking to answer back. That one off the rim. Siwi's going to grab it. Here's King-Ukatuck with it, looking to drive in, but a nice defensive effort there from Liv Alano to shield that one aside. Ellsworth with time for 3. That one off the rim. Rebound down for Siwi, trying to throw it up again. That one doesn't work out. Now Mainabu with it, and she'll get it to fall for an 8-0 stretch here for Team Nunavut.
Well, we talked about King-Ukatuck coming back into the game, and that could be a spark for this Nunavut squad, and we're seeing it unfold here. Talk about a leadership player. Great effort from Manabu down low, and Siwi as well. So much compete in this Nunavut team, and they certainly have changed the tides here in terms of momentum.
And it's not all offense either, Robbie. The defensive game from Team Nunavut has been great as well. They've been really good at getting fast out of their zone, out of their half, trying to catch Team Yukon on the fly and attack, and really getting a lot of points from the paint as well. Such an important part of the game. As we're back underway, Siwi with it for Dimitruk. Looking for King-Ukatuck. That one up for 3, just off and wide. Rebound for Ellsworth, wide open lane, and a foul call. And she'll head to the line for 2.
Once again, Nunavut showing that little extra effort, able to put up the fight and try to gain possession and draw on the foul. Great opportunity from 3, and then a great effort by Siwi to try to get to the ball. Not able to, but Ellsworth right there draws the foul. She goes to the line.
First one up and good. She'll get a chance to do it again from the line. That one off the rim, and it's going to be collected by Malcolm, who's going to try to throw one up court. As again now, a give and go, and up to the inside, and Yukon answers back. on a strong play there from Sarah Svoboda.
Svoboda, great leadership play, taking the easy 2 points. Smart just to stop that Nunavut momentum, and Yukon looks to be resetting here down low defensively.
Cutting to the inside, it's going to be knocked away, but we're going to get another foul call. And once again, Team Nunavut will head to the line. It looks like it's going to be Princess Siwi who will get the opportunity to gain the 2 points. She's had a strong performance here this morning, Robbie.
Oh, been so effective, as you mentioned earlier on, not only offensively, but defensively as well. So strong in the key, under the net, getting rebounds, getting to the ball quicker than her opposition, creating turnovers. She's been a big part of this momentum switch in favor of Nunavut.
As she gets the second one to fall. 32-17 the score here with 70 seconds left to go in our first quarter. As cutting down into the key was Svoboda, as she gets taken down, and it looks like she will now get an opportunity to head to the line. Only 2 fouls in our first quarter here, Robbie, but it's picked up a little bit as time's gone on.
Well, and here's another look at it down low, the drive from Yukon and Svoboda. We talked about what an effective player she is. Saw a lane down low, tried to go through the middle. Wasn't able to get it to go, but drew a foul. Goes to the line for 2 shots.
And she got both of them, which extends Team Yukon's lead. But Nunavut eager to answer back.
Well, what a important leadership play there from Svoboda as well. Able to draw the foul, but maintain her composure and get 2 to go, but a bounce back there from Nunavut.
Yeah, great bucket there from Peyton Dyer, Akinanviak. As it's going to be passed along now. Here's Yukon driving, and it's going to be Svoboda that gets pushed out of bounds, and it looks like she will head to the line here yet again. So another foul here in our second quarter with 42.9 seconds left to go in the first half.
Well, another look at it. Nunavut able to turn an all-important basket on the floor down low once again from Akinanviak. But the biggest part about that, Luke, is it looked like Yukon was trying to stop the momentum. It was important that Nunavut answers, and they certainly did. So big 2 points to bounce back for Nunavut.
Svoboda doesn't get that one to fall. The ball is loose momentarily as Ellsworth grabs it. Now here's the quick transition. Nice give and go to the inside, looking for the feed across to Seaweed. Couldn't get that one to connect from teammate to teammate. It's going to be Svoboda back the other way, looking down low. That one off the hands of Malcolm and out of play.
Great effort from Kate Tobler there to pick that off and create an opportunity to go back the other way. Great effort.
As Nunavut will start it with King Uktuk. One last possession here for them. As this one from a bad angle, it's going to be missed off the rim. And now here comes Yukon. 10 seconds to go. The ball's up, and it's going to be good. As a nice basket there from Aespo. As she gets it to fall with a few seconds left. They need a shot. It's up, and no good. With 0.8 seconds left to go, we will have a throw in to wrap up our second half. But Robbie, we keep saying it, but it's the story of the game. It's been really competitive, as always, between these two teams.
Well, yeah, we just took a great look at that replay as Abia Mahilam able to make a nice outlet pass down low to create opportunities, but that's the buzzer. You know, it started all Yukon, but Nunavut really turned it on about midway through that quarter, putting themselves within reach here, 36-19. Lots of basketball left. Both teams trying to maintain composure, doing what they're doing, work their systems. And for Nunavut, it's about keep chipping away, staying composed, not getting too caught up in the moment. They're back out of injury trouble. They've got King Uktuk back on the court, and what a spark she's been. And for Yukon, they look to be showing a very, very good mental game. They saw Nunavut making things work. They saw things sort of going their way, perhaps, if you will, but they answered back. It's going to be a great second half here in this basketball game.
Absolutely. So we'll take a break, and we'll meet back up in 14 minutes' time. You're watching the 2025 Canada Summer Games Women's Basketball from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Welcome back to second half action of the 2025 Canada Summer Games in St. John's, Newfoundland. It is Team Nunavut against Team Yukon. Our first game of the day. Luke Much, Robbie Doherty with you here. Of course, Universal Media as well, as we are almost ready for second half action. It's going to be Ellsworth that starts it off. She'll hand one off to Simic. Simic with it now, cutting hard left. Down that left side of the court, looking for Ellsworth again on a long pass, and she's got it. Ellsworth looking off to try to make a pass work to Manabo, but doesn't end up coming to fruition, and it will be Team Yukon who grabs it back. Robbie, what are you looking here from these two teams? What do you want to see from these two teams?
Well, I think looking back at the first half, it was a great effort by both teams. It started off all Yukon. Nunavut had some injury trouble early on, found themselves with a couple of key players on the bench, but they bounced back, they returned to the game, and they showed a lot of spark. Certainly no quit. It's been a very, very competitive last half of the second quarter. I think we can look to continue that, and there you see the effort continuing from Nunavut.
Yeah, Manabo just getting one to go. You talk about the injury trouble, and Jane Kanukatuk, she was out, she's come back in, and she has not left the court since. So really a good driving force here for Team Nunavut, as that's also Kurtnu who got one to go early on here in this second half. And in the third quarter with 9:03 left to go, it's 38-21 in favor of Team Yukon.
And there you see Jaden Kanukatuk missed most of the first quarter. Great effort. She came back. She was a big part of that momentum shift. Already putting up 3 points, lots of opportunities. Key player for Team Nunavut.
Kurtnu will intercept that one. She'll try to cut up the middle, but no pathway to be found, as Bilodeau will get a bump, and that ball will head out of bounds. Yukon will maintain possession on this attempt, as it's going to be Bilodeau who will take that one, or excuse me, Svoboda who will take that one, as Kurtnu cutting off to the inside. Now looking to throw one up, and it's going to be good as Kate Tobler.
Kate Tobler, great effort in the first half. Great two-way player, especially in that second quarter. A lot of great defensive plays, and there she is showing her skills offensively, putting up her first points of the game.
That pass going out of bounds, and it will be a Team Yukon ball at the, or just behind rather, the halfway line. As collecting it for them will be Sarah Svoboda, the 16-year-old from Whitehorse. It's going to be Kurtnu looking to hand one off again now. Down low it goes as Bilodeau turns, fires one up. That one doesn't get to fall. It's going to be Ellsworth now cutting back the other way for Team Nunavut. Ellsworth jams on the brakes, looking down low for Kanukatuk. Up to the top we go. That one's going to be launched in just off the rim and back down again. As quickly now on the transition, trying to drive in that one up again, and it's good as Svoboda fights through a heavy traffic out in front.
Svoboda been such an effective player and a key member of this team. Yukon already with 11 points on the board. Great effort there. Stay composed, making it go as Yukon looks to extend their lead as they lead by 21.
Yeah, but Nunavut, excuse me, has really settled in here to this match. I mean, it was at one point 31-5. Robbie, and Nunavut has gotten it back to 31-16 at one point, now 42-21 as this one's let go from deep from Kanukatuk, just short, and will bounce out of bounds.
Certainly an outstanding effort by Team Nunavut here and midway through the second quarter. Put some points on the board. Went on an 11-point run, I believe, unanswered.
Absolutely, and a strong couple minutes for them, and they haven't really looked back since, as this one's going to be thrown up. Rebound collected by Manabo, and back the other way comes Nunavut. That pass over the head of the intended target, Ellsworth, and back again comes Svoboda. Svoboda handing it off to Kurtnu. Kurtnu from her knees will dish one off to Tobler. Looking off again, that one's gonna bleed through everybody and will just trickle out of bounds. Robbie, the play of Sarah Svoboda has been very strong here. One of the standouts in this game. She's shooting at 83.3% here from the floor so far in this one.
Yeah, you can say that again. Already putting up 13 points. We're not even halfway through the third quarter. An outstanding effort. You talk about momentum, talk about experience, but it's one thing to put up that kind of numbers. in a game at home that you're used to. But this is the big stage. This is game one, the Canada Games, and what a leader to step up and come out so strong and stay so composed. A big member of this Yukon team is Svoboda.
As we look to transition, does Team Nunavut, looking for the handoff to Ellsworth. The driving force here behind this Nunavut offense is letting one go there, but could not fall. And on the rebound, it will be Manabo who gets the 2 points. And it looks like she will head to the line as well.
Manabo, an effective player, already been on the floor 15 minutes, over 15 minutes. So you think about that, she spent most of the time on the floor here this morning, but not showing any sign of fatigue. And we talked about that training plan that this Nunavut team had due to the territory. They trained in small pods and then came to Ottawa together for the first time as a team 10 days before these games, before making their way out here to St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador.
As we have Team Yukon back on the road again, trying to get one centered up towards the key, but that one could not work out as it's going to be Siwi with it now. Trying to move one up. Look at these fast passes now, cutting to the inside. That one's going to fall for Leah Dimitruk, as again, Nunavut continuing to try to answer and push back.
Great left-handed layup from Dimitruk. Those basics, working on those basics, they come through when you need them to. Great job of maintaining her composure and putting those 2 points up for Nunavut.
Here's Svoboda trying to part the seas, but eventually she will get knocked away from the ball, and the ball will trickle out of bounds as it looks like she'll head back to the line again for 2 shots at 2 points.
Well, great play going down low through traffic, trying to go through all 3, not able to get the layup, but draws the foul, and she goes to the line. And again, playing smart basketball, not taking any unnecessary risks.
As Svoboda lets it go, and she'll collect that one, going 1 for 2 on that stint from the line, as it's going to be Team Nunavut again. Here is going to be Bilodeau now. Bilodeau working it in, but Ellsworth takes a fall, and helped up by Bilodeau.
And you look at that, that's what the Canada Games is all about. It's about making friendships, establishing relationships here, meeting new friends that could potentially last a lifetime. Great sportsmanship there by Bilodeau, not taking any time, not hesitating, just making sure that her opposition is okay on that fall. Great sportsmanship from this Yukon team.
Absolutely. As it's going to be a Nunavut ball, or Yukon ball, excuse me. As Yukon with it now. It's going to be Boschman looking to the inside. This one up and good as Warren gets one to go from the paint. And we'll try to build on this Team Yukon lead. As it's going to be King Uktuk looking for Dimitruk. Dimitruk trying to hand one off. As Dimitruk again now letting it go. That one off the rim as it will settle down for Bilodeau, who collects the rebound. She'll look to head into the offensive side of the court. Taken away by Siwi. Looking to move one up again as Manabo will go over now. It's going to be Dimitruk trying to drive in. This one's going to go off the backboard, settle back down, and now here's Yukon back the other way. Bilodeau looking to split the 2 defenders, but a foul will occur, and she will head back to the line once more, as that was some pretty seamless transition basketball by both teams, Robbie.
Well, here's another look at it. We talked about Yukon just playing smart, going down low. Gets it to go, draws the foul. A smart play by Bilodeau, and what a player she's been. A lot of floor time out there for over 13 minutes thus far here in this 3rd quarter.
And she'll head to the line. First attempt here in this stint. 45-26 the score for her Yukon team. And she'll get the first one to drop.
Great composure by Bilodeau. Settling into that routine, an all-important routine when going to the line.
Absolutely.
You can certainly see the mental training that these athletes have done coming through. You mentioned the first game on the big stage.
And she's going to be 2 for 2 on that stint as we get ready to go again with Team Nunavut. Starting on the baseline. the coverage from Yukon strong, but able to find a pocket to make the pass here. It's going to be quickly turned over as Mahilam with it will enter in. Top of the three-point range. This one's going to be shot off the rim. Rebound settling down for Team Nunavut as Dimitruk. Dimitruk with it again now. Handing one off. Trying to get the cycle game going, but couldn't get it to work out on that attempt. And ball out of bounds, and it will be in favor of Yukon as they look to switch to the offensive side of the ball game.
Nunavut just not able to connect that pass. They certainly look to be getting something set up. Just not able to connect on time and hold on to it.
That one from deep couldn't fall. And it's going to be picked up on the rebound as Seaweed will hand it off, and across the halfway line they will come. Looking to pass one in off the shoe, quickly regathered as Duval cutting around, looking to lay one off, and a nice block there by Boscheman, who comes over the top, puts the hand in the way, and that ball will fall out of bounds.
So effective play, but such an effective play from Boscheman down low. All ball there, trying to put it up, denying Nunavut from putting another one on the board and trying to stop them from going on another run. As we've seen, they are certainly capable of doing it. Another great defensive play by Yukon here.
Here's Malcolm looking for three, couldn't get it to go on the rebound, got it. There's a great play there by Mahilam to get the 2 points off the rebound.
Well, we talked about Mahilam earlier on, great two-way player, but just a lot of speed and a great effort there down low to create that opportunity.
Great knowledge too, drive to the paint.
Drive to the paint with a lot of speed, not a lot of time to get turned and put that off the backboard, but she makes no mistake.
A lot of pressure coming on there, but did a good job to stay cool, get the 2 points. Here's Simic for Team Nunavut. Will set up on the right side as it's worked down low. Siwi with a nice fake, runs into three Yukon players, still gets the 2 to go, and she'll have a shot for 3.
Talk about an effective player in Siwi. 2 for 3 from the line. Drawing another foul down low. Smart basketball, great effort, great compete.
Just missing out on that 3rd point, but that doesn't take away from the play that she just made, Robbie. Strong, strong play. A strong, strong player, as it's now going to be a Yukon ball from the baseline. As it's going to be moved up now. As here's Mahilam. Handing it off to Alano. Up top, Malcolm takes a scan. Finds her teammate, is driving in now. It's going to be Svoboda who gets into the paint. But doesn't get much further than that as a holding call, it looks like, and it's going to stay a Team Yukon ball. Solano grabs it at the baseline from one of our 3 great officials here for this matchup, but we'll have a timeout before that as Team Yukon, Team Nunavut heading back to the benches. Once again, Robbie, keeping up with this competitive theme that we've seen throughout the 1st and 2nd quarter, and now into the 3rd with 3:28 left to play in our 3rd quarter.
And a great timeout there from Ashley Donko. Just trying to compose the team. You get a look at Yukon's bench saying they have a comfortable lead right now. What do they have to do? They don't have to take any unnecessary chances, don't need to take any risks. Try to play smart basketball, make the easy plays, work the ball around as best they can, and keep it out of Nunavut's hands. Be smart defensively as well. And for Nunavut, time is ticking away. Still lots of time on the clock. I don't want to say it's panic time, but they got to give themselves opportunities. We've seen them go on a run. They're certainly capable of it. They know how to, they're a lot more relaxed than they were earlier on in this game, showing some great effort. They just got to do what they can to try and get the ball to the basket, drive down low, and put some points on the board.
And the points from the paint, so important in this matchup. Both teams really strong at it. For Nunavut, 16 points from the paint. They're shooting 8 for 13. And for Yukon, 18 points from the paint. They are shooting 9 for 18. So you think about the important areas. Also, points from turnovers. Yukon, after the 2 first quarters, had 15. Nunavut had 0. So the transition game, Robbie, we've talked about it a lot. Yukon statistically has been doing the better job. As here comes Alano, cutting inside to the paint. She'll put that one up and off the rim, and back down it goes again. As looking to transition here is Team Nunavut. As we have Duval over to Simic. Simic hardly pressured there by Alano. There's some great defensive play from her. This one's going to go up, and she'll hop up to grab the rebound. Excuse me, that's going to be Maliam who grabs the rebound, as this one popping up and off the bottom of the rim. And it looks like once again, Robbie, heading to the line is going to be Team Yukon.
Yeah, certainly an opportunity for Yukon, leading by 21 here. Getting later in the stages of this third quarter. There's another look at it down low. A great play by Malcolm. Puts it up, draws the foul. She'll go to the line for two.
First one just missing. She'll get a second opportunity to get Team Yukon to the 50-point range with 2:48 left to go in our third quarter. From St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, and she'll get that second one to go to make it a 50-28 game in favor of Team Yukon.
That was Malcolm's first trip to the line thus far this morning, and not showing any intimidation, not seeming to be rattled in the least, showing a lot of composure. A great job to dial in, stay true to her routine, and she got one to go. Big point here for Yukon.
Absolutely. As we're going to have a throw in here, as Maliam again will hand this one off to Alano. Alano looking to create some space off the screen from Bosham, and she'll put it up and drain that one. There's a great bucket there from Alano.
Great set play, great communication from Yukon. Creating that screen, creating the open shot, no mistake made.
And we have a turnover back in as Alano. Can she get another two? She can. 4 points just that quick for Liv Alano.
Talked about Alano's speed a lot and the effort that she puts in every step she takes. A great two-way player and getting rewarded with a big 2 points on that.
That pass just over the hands of Siwi, and it will be collected by Nevaeh Malcolm to hand off to Maliam. Again, here comes Maliam. Nice feed over, trying to set up a play as Graham goes back for Alano to Maliam. Maliam down low, Bosherman now. Back up top again, Alano with space. Oh, that close to the three-pointer. Just could not hit the sweet spot, as it's going to be an arid pass that gets blown out of play, and we will have a Yukon ball at the baseline.
Alano, I don't think she has let up in her repertoire. She's just a one-speed, fast player. Great, so effective, gives herself so many opportunities. She's fun to watch. Great opportunity there, not able to get it to fall, but a good effort.
As Graham with it now, dishing it off to Ace Bow. Ace Bow pressured hard, and we're going to get a travel call on her, and it will be a Team Nunavut ball now. As Team Yukon really turning it on here in the last few minutes or so, Robbie, and this is a good opportunity for Nunavut to answer back, and they will turn to Simic to lead them up court. Cross feed, here's Duval, that one off the rim, the rebound loose, and it's going to be Alano who grabs it. Alano, look at the speed here, cutting to the inside, throws it up, couldn't drop on the rebound. It's going to be thrown up and out of bounds by Boschman, who got bumped out at the last second and wasn't able to make a clean look there at the basket. So we have Simic again for Team Nunavut. Walks in, handing it off, cutting down low. It's going to be a fake shot in again now, looking for the outlet feed. It's going to be Simic up, and that one just missing off to the right-hand side with 46.9 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Nunavut starting to kind of get their blood flowing again. Robbie, I don't want to say blood flowing, but starting to get into their groove again and trying to produce some offense here once more.
Yeah, a lot of spark. There's absolutely no let-up in this Nunavut bench. They do have a little bit of a gap to try and make less wide, but you know what? They're certainly putting the effort in. There's no quit in this team. A lot of players have been out there, a lot of floor time, and fatigue is certainly not showing to be an issue thus far. Very well-conditioned, well-trained team. Very impressive from Nunavut.
So at the baseline, Nunavut in the offensive zone. That one thrown up by Duval, but it's going to be a trip to the line for her instead as she gets a look at 2 points here.
Yeah, big player here for Nunavut. Going to the line. Duval.
She's been all over the place, Robbie, and in a good way.
It's her first trip to the free throw line. Able to get the first one to go.
She'll get a second opportunity here. 28.4 seconds left to go in our third quarter. This one up, takes a bad hop, and it's going to be down in the hands of Nevaeh Malcolm for Yukon. Here comes Malcolm, taking it coast to coast, looking for the feed, down low, nice pass. That one just not able to be handled cleanly by Acebo. Is still in control. 8 seconds to let the shot fly down to the final 5. It's going to be Boschman cutting off. Here's Malcolm letting it fly. That one dropping down the rebound right to Boschman, but no time left on the shot clock to throw it up.
Well, a big chance here for Nunavut. They certainly have some work to do in the inbound from their own end. 0.9 seconds left. We'll see if they can create something here in a short time. Throwing it up. It's not going to make it. A good effort nonetheless. 0.9 seconds left.
Absolutely. So 3 quarters done with, 1 quarter to go. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it is the final 10 minutes from Team Nunavut and Team Yukon.
Don't miss a moment of the action. Get your ticket to the biggest event in town. A variety of ticket options are available with prices starting at $15. Visit our website at 2025canadagames.ca. Stop by the official box office at the Avalon Mall or the box office at various venues. You can also download the 2025 Canada Games app from the App Store or Google Play to secure yours from the comfort of your seat. Proprio di cui poter dire grazie del Nunavut. Nous attendons des inscriptions pour des billets, dont certaines à partir de seulement $15. Consultez notre site web à www.canadagames.ca. Rendez-vous à la billetterie officielle au centre commercial Avalon Mall ou à l'une des autres billetteries. Vous pouvez également télécharger l'application des Jeux du Canada 2025 à partir de l'App Store ou de Google Play ou procurer votre billet sans quitter votre foyer.
Welcome back. We are set for fourth quarter action here live from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador between Team Nunavut and Team Yukon. In the women's bracket in the preliminaries, here comes King-Ukatuck. She'll hand that one off. Grabbing it there, it will be King-Ukatuck again who lets it go. That one in and out. Will not fall as it's going to be picked back up again off to Ellsworth, who lets that one go, and she'll get it to fall.
Once again, Ellsworth coming in the clutch. Picked her spot, had an opening, took it, paid off.
Good three-pointer as trying to counter back as Jaden Kurt knew, but that one, once again, did not work out. Now here comes King-Ukatuck. Over for Ellsworth. Ellsworth dropping it back. Here is going to be Dimitruk. That one up and good again as another three-pointer here for Team Nunavut.
Well, that's a big 3 points. We saw Nunavut coming out hot early on here, right up the top of this fourth quarter. It's a big couple points for Yukon to stop that momentum. We know Nunavut is capable of putting a lot of points on the board in a hurry, so that was huge to stop that potential momentum, but we'll see how Nunavut responds now.
Bilodeau trying to drive in, looking for the pass, stripped away by Ellsworth, handing it off for Dimitruk. Back for Ellsworth, looking to spin, throw one up, that one back down again as it's going to be collected by Sabota. She'll burn by 3 Nunavut defenders throwing it up, and that one couldn't fall. Back again we come, it's going to be Princess Seaweed in on it, inside of that 2-point territory. Now trying to work it in towards the paint, couldn't get anything to go, and it's going to be Ellsworth for Kingakatuk, a little high, and she'll have to try to settle this one down. She's going to let it fly. That one no good. As back again it comes. It's going to be a wrestle for it down on the floor, and it will be a Team Yukon ball.
A great effort from both teams there as Yukon able to hold on to a 20-point lead. We saw Nunavut earlier on go on a run of 11 unanswered. I'm going to see if we're going to be able to do that again. They're going to need to do it here soon as time ticking away in the fourth quarter. But what a battle between both teams here, Luke. No one slowing down, no one giving up, and that's what it's all about here at the Canada Games as you see Yukon on the bench getting some advice from the coach, probably telling them to settle down, keep it slow, stick to their systems, no unnecessary risks. They have a comfortable lead, or the opposite for Nunavut, trying to find that magic from the second quarter. Great coaching staff. We talked about perhaps the difference between these two teams is Yukon all from the same city, which is such a huge advantage for a team. Nunavut having to train in small pods, 3 or 4 different players on the team from around the territory, not coming together until 10 days before the games in Ottawa. And here's we see some great shots from Nunavut. They were certainly firing on all cylinders there in the second quarter and some great moments. Once again, we saw them taking a lot of shots earlier on in the first quarter. They weren't able to hit them, but they're starting to drop now. So we're going to see what happens. Could be an interesting last 8 minutes here in this fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. Down by 20. Very reachable margin here for Team Nunavut. Yukon trying to stop them as Bilodeau down low, she'll go. Bilodeau wants it back, but she can't get it as a great defensive play by Manabu to get that one knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yukon with possession down low, which is key. They'll be looking to put a little insurance on that lead. Not able to hold it in bounds, though, and go the other way.
Yeah, it's going to be Ellsworth starting this off for Team Nunavut. She's been really strong here so far today. The driving force here on the offense, and she has the ball again. Cutting down low, looking to make a feed over for Dimitruk. This one up and off the rim, the rebound down, and a wrestle for it, but it's gonna stay a Team Nunavut ball. 7:41 left to go in our final quarter from our first game here in St. John's, Newfoundland. As there's a replay at it. The wrestle for it, and Nunavut will maintain control.
There's that effort once again from Manabu. What a player she's been for Nunavut. A lot of time on the floor here this morning, over 23 minutes. Not slowing any down, not showing any less effort. Certainly a fighter out there for this Nunavut squad.
As this one will be gathered by Jaden Kurtnew. Kurtnew will hand one off. Long feed down, just a little bit too high there, as that one aimed right at our Universum Media crew courtside. That's the dangers of the games right there, Robbie Doherty.
Let's get another look at it. Long pass attempt, not able to hold on to it as that slips out of bounds, and new wellness check.
One of the best moments from the games here so far for us and our Universum Media crew right there. As we're back underway, it's going to be Kurtnew with it, looking to advance the play into the offensive zone. Kurtnew still with the ball, fakes one way, goes the other. Bilodeau lets it up, that one down. The rebound is going to be swooped up by Warren. She'll get it to fall for 2.
And talk about a big 2 points in a hurry for Yukon. Warren picking her spot down low, staying composed, putting it up, adding another 2. Just trying not to let Nunavut create another big run. Time ticking away here with under 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
As Seaweed's going to get knocked down, and we will stay as a Nunavut ball, I do believe. No one's gone to retrieve it yet. Now Ellsworth down to take the throw in. She'll fake one way, go the other. Nice feed to Dimitruk, who's quickly met there by Bilodeau. Drops it back for Siwi. She got that one to fall, cutting the lead down to 20. As it's going to be moved up court once more. Svoboda looking for the pass. That one out of the reach of Warren. Out of bounds, Nunavut with a chance once again to continue to counterpunch here, Robbie.
Yeah, had a big play earlier on by Siwi. 7 points already in this game. Over 21 minutes on the floor. She's been a big part of this Nunavut effort against the Yukon.
Here is Kingukatuck off to Ellsworth. Bobbles that one, but she'll maintain control. It's going to be picked up now by Bilodeau on Kingukatuck. Tries to lay one in, but she will be pushed out, and it will be Bilodeau heading to the line.
So Bilodeau going to the free throw line for Yukon. Certainly been dialed in already on the line today.
Absolutely one of the
3 for 4. 75% from the line. Good numbers.
As this one's going to be thrown up. Couldn't fall, but she'll get another opportunity to make one here. And that one bounces out as well, and the ball's down, rolling around, and you have a fight for it. Kingukatuck in there, but I believe it's going to be staying a Team Yukon ball.
Talk about a veteran in Curtin, not letting up any effort, not taking that extra half second to see if it falls or not. She was ready to go right on impact when it didn't fall. She was the first one on the floor to recover the ball, so not able to get the 2 points, but maintaining possession and an opportunity to inbound in the Nunavut zone.
As Yukon trying to set up again. Here's Bilodeau with a corner three that doesn't work out. Bilodeau again now, handing it off. This one up from Svoboda. It wouldn't go. She'll grab her own rebound, handing it off. Now she'll get it back. Svoboda over for Curtin. Curtin with it. Back for Svoboda again. Svoboda driving in, throws it up. She'll get that one to fall as a dominating performance there from Sarah Svoboda on those 24-second possessions.
Svoboda with her 16th point of the game. She's been so effective for Yukon, doing the little things right. Getting her footing, staying composed, putting it up. It's paying off, and another turnover.
And here she comes. She'll lay it up. That one's good. Two-way player, shows off her attributes.
You can say that again. Especially at that age, knowing not only think offense, but think defense, especially with such a commanding lead here later on in the fourth quarter.
Here comes Curtin with it now. She'll jam on the brakes, fake out one on a nice play there from Jaden Curtin to get the 2 points. It's going to be Ellsworth now for Nunavut. Starting the transition over for Kingukatuck, who loves to shoot it. Driving in, she'll try to throw one up. That one's going to fall for Siwi, and she does. On a nice play there, grabbing the rebound and tossing it up for 2. Off to the corner it goes. This one's going to be launched in. That one couldn't find the target, and out of bounds it will go.
Well, Bilodeau saw her option. Thought she had a clear path from the line, tried to get it to go, just not quite the angle she was looking for, but still nice play to take the chance.
Curtin on the inside, handing one off. That one couldn't drop for Bilodeau, and back it comes again for Team Nunavut. As Ellsworth again, the catalyst here, going to lead the way. Going to be handed off to Dimitruk. Looking to the inside. That one wouldn't work out, as it's going to be Maliam who grabs it. She'll look to head up court again. She gets wrestled off the ball as Ellsworth will go over for Dimitruk. As it's going to be Ellsworth again. Looking to cut to the inside. She's found some space. That one just couldn't fall for her. As a good run at it, but just couldn't grab the 2 points. Now here they come back again. Bilodeau tries to let it go. Couldn't get a good angle on it. And it looks like she will head to the line for 2.
Well, Bilodeau, we talked about her effectiveness earlier on. Just under 20 minutes on the floor. Great shooting percentage, 50% from the line. Here's another look at it. She drives down low. She knew she was feeling some pressure there from Kingukatuck. Unable to draw the foul.
And now 2 opportunities to extend the lead. Here is Bilodeau, a 15-year-old from Whitehorse. Misses on that one. The second attempt now.
Talked about that routine earlier on. There you see it once again, resetting herself. Not able to get it to go, but a good effort from Bilodeau as Nunavut recovers.
Quickly now back into the hands of Yukon. Now back to Nunavut we go as here's Dimitruk looking to attack quickly here while Yukon still looking to set up in the defensive zone. Couldn't get a shot away. Now again, a long bomb coming in that doesn't end up working out for Team Nunavut, and that one will ricochet out of bounds with 3:15 left to go in our 4th quarter in our first matchup between Yukon and Nunavut.
Yukon doing a great job, 36 points from the paint here this morning, doing a great job down low. That's why they're able to put 62 on the board thus far.
As grabbing that rebound, looking to set up. And it's going to be Maliam who lets that one go from distance but couldn't get it to fall. Simic now looking to hand one off. It's going to be Dimitruk looking to work her way up the court. This one's going to find the hands of the wide open Manabu. Couldn't get that one to fall as again now a big wrestle for it. It's going to be off the hands of Manabu looking for Dimitruk. Wide open lane and a nice way to take advantage of the situation, Robbie, and get the 2 points.
Yeah, that's Dimitruk. She's had a pretty great outing this morning. That's her 8th point of the morning. In the right place at the right time. Staying composed, taking her time, putting 2 points up off the backboard.
And here she is with it again. Lots of time. Fresh 24 seconds to work with. Down low it goes off the hands of Simic. And out of bounds. There's a few substitutions being made. We'll get the right 5 out there for either side before we get going again with 2:14 left to go. Score 62-40 in favor of the Yukon Territories. As here comes the Nunavut squad, but that one's not going to work out as they'll head to the line instead. As it's going to be Dimitruk, who's been a strong performer here for Nunavut this morning. She'll let her first one go just short. She'll get a second crack at it here.
First time from the line for Dimitruk.
This one up and takes a bad hop and back the other way we come. It's going to be Team Yukon and Malcolm looking to set up. Nice handoff feed there as Graham. Back again it goes. This one up and good as a great effort there from Juliana Acebo. Back down again. Here we come. Look at the counter attack here. This one up and good from Simic. As we talked about the transition, Robbie, and a great job there from Simic to get the bucket.
A great effort from Simic. A lot of time on the floor, still showing great speed this morning. Putting up her first 2 points of the game, but she's certainly been an effective two-way player for this Nunavut team the whole game.
As Alano working it down low, while up top it's going to be Acebo handing it off for Alano now. Over from Malcolm. Malcolm driving right in, time expiring, had to shoot it, and that one just couldn't fall in time. As it's going to be Simic back again, looking to turn on the Jets once more. This one's going to go up and can't fall. Is back again now. Comes Team Yukon with a minute left to go in our 4th quarter. It's going to be Malcolm looking to find some kind of space, looking for some help. She'll go down low. That one off the hand of Boscheman and out of play.
Yeah, Boscheman not able to hold on to it. That one just trickles out of play. Nunavut able to inbound. Still lots of work to do here for Nunavut.
As they look to get set up, it's Simic.
I'm ticking away.
Handing it off. Trying to cut back again now. 40 seconds left to play. Down low it goes, throwing one up. That one just couldn't fall as Malcolm grabbing the rebound for Team Yukon. Trying her own transition game, and she got it. A nice basket for her on the turnaround two-pointer.
Great composure, not a lot of time to work with. A quick spin off her right foot. Able to pick her target, no mistake.
Here's Siwi letting it go. That one off the rim. Gathered up again by Beauchemin, who hands that one off. Working their way up the court again, Graham. But it's going to be blown dead as the ball just getting to Malcolm. And with 9.1 seconds left, it will be a Team Nunavut ball. Robbie, a great game to kick off our basketball coverage here at the 2025 Summer Games.
You can say that again. Maybe a little bit of a lopsided score, but I don't think that reflects the effort from both teams here, as Yukon on the top end of the scoreboard, but both teams showing that they are here to play. They're taking it all in. That'll do it here at 66-42 in favor of Yukon. That'll go in the books, but again, Nunavut started off slow, got into some injury trouble. They stayed composed, they stuck to their systems, they stayed patient, they were able to come back strong, able to go on a run. I think it was 11 points unanswered midway through the second quarter. That put a lot of jump back in their step and certainly gave them the confidence as they head into their next matchup. And for Yukon, they did what they had to do. They wanted to come out. It's always important to get that first win, get the monkey off your back early, especially on the big stage. That's the difference. These games only come around once every 4 years. So both teams should be extremely proud of their performance this morning. And it'll be interesting to see how both of these teams end up here as we head on through the preliminary matchups.
No doubt about that. It was a great opening game, and we're looking forward to all the others for today and throughout the weeks to come. On behalf of myself, Luke Much, and my broadcast partner, Robbie Doherty, the Universum Media crew, thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you next time here from St. John's.